We also changed hair lengths.
Right.
So there's a lot of prep that went into, we were deciding, me, Vishnu, as to how he would look at different places.
Of their perception of what Vikram Batra is.
Of course.
What Captain Vikram Batra is. So Vikram Batra as a friend, Vikram Batra as a officer, and Vikram Batra as a colleague. So there are different versions.
I love playing this character. I feel it's one of my most passionate characters. It's such a passion project for me. We also trained in Mumbai. We also trained in Kargil. The whole crew actually went through a nice training camp, that we would say.
Sidharth, it's clearly, I think, one of your most special performances, maybe the most special performance. Tell us something about the physical makeover that you had to do, and a lot of these army nuances that you have to get right. Like you say, because if you don't get that right and you're showing it to army people, they'll catch it.
No, absolutely. So we had to. We have different looks because we also starting a little earlier of his college life and then we go into Sopor, where he joined the forces, and then maturing, finally coming to Kargil. So we've had about 3 different looks for this character, and for Vikram Batra, where we've used different facial hair. We've also changed hair lengths.
Right.
So there's a lot of prep that went into we were deciding, me, Vishnu, as to how he would look at different places. And we've also tried to keep it very authentic. Like in Kargil, they had a beard because they didn't have time to groom.
More than that, the skin would dry. If you shave, it would peel your skin.
Yeah,
so
it
they
was
couldn't
so
shave.
high and dry. So we needed to get that really worn-out, rugged look of actually fighting for 2 months. So that was the look aspect of it. And then prepping as to how he was personally. I think for me, he has 2 very distinct personalities. He's a very good-hearted, charming Punjabi boy with his family. Yaro ka yaar kisam ka, very sweet, very all about heart.
Right.
And when it came to the forces, he was very focused and a great leader. So that gave me a nice variety within one film to play. When he has the gun in his hand, when he's leading his troop, he's very focused. He's like, and he's very slightly, I think, too eager as well. Ki karte na, come, let's go. Yeah, I can't wait.
Adrenaline
Let's do
pump.
this. Yeah, so he's very enthusiastic, and he's very.
He was very young at that point of time.
Confidence. Yeah, he sadly passed away 24. So all his victorious instances are all in his early 20s when he joined the forces. So for me, prep went into the force aspect of it because there are a lot of etiquettes as to how they follow hierarchy, what are their body languages, even simple gun is off safety and when they want to fire it. We were lucky enough to have the army with us to teach us all of that. We also trained in Mumbai, we also trained in Kargil. The whole crew actually went through a nice training camp, that we would say, where we would get up in Bombay and do physical fitness, do gun training, do drills to get them a feel of what the army will be. For me, I love playing this character. I feel it's one of my most passionate characters. It's such a passion project for me because on paper he just inspired me, and I just love getting into that head zone where somebody's not scared of anything. Yeah.
Right. So you've spoken about just last couple of things. बहुत सारी चीजें वैसे पूछ सकते हैं. In the promo we are seeing Vikram Batra. When Vishal Batra came yesterday, my sentiment was that I would want to maybe speak to him and see Vikram Batra in his eyes because they're twins. Yeah. It must be so fascinating for people around him, the family, that you are looking at a face and maybe that face is no more, the other part. So how was the experience of playing Vishal Batra?
All the comrades get goosebumps whenever they meet Vishal because they're identical twins, and Vishal also wanted to join the forces, unfortunately could not. And you could see when he was there yesterday with General Joshi that the amount of love and respect that they have for him because of his brother.
Even protocols, he knew everything.
He's very passionate, and Vishal is actually the main reason that we all are here today.
He's almost half forged now.
Correct. He could be serving, but unfortunately he's not. So he's the reason that we made this film today. He's the first person that I met from the family. And for us to portray him, we've again tried to show as much as we can between the brothers, but we've used different techniques, Vishnu and Sandeep, have come up with different jhalaks to show Vishal as well in the film. We would like people to see it and then understand it.
Of course,
later.
of course. So last question to Vishnu. See, this is my perception. I may be wrong, but I think maybe I may be right. That when you must have started off the research, and by the time you have met all the people and the writing part, maybe your perspective about a lot of things may have changed, even about war and a lot of other things. What I felt when I watched the promo first and when I saw it again, I saw more nuances the second time around, more nuances the third time around. And I think if any film or any visual, if they have subtext, I think it has a longer shelf life. It's not merely just saying one thing.
Exactly.
There's more to it. Was that important for you? Is subtext important for you?
No, because it is very important actually, because everything lies in the detailing and everything lies in the subtext of what is actually being expressed and told. That is what happened even because once when you know about Vikram Batra is what you read, what you actually, the initial stages of it, but the moment when you start traveling with the people who, see, it's a very strange thing, is about somebody talking about another person.
Of course.
So everybody would have different perspectives of their perception of what Vikram Batra is.
Of course.
What Captain Vikram Batra is. So Vikram Batra as a friend, Vikram Batra as a officer, and Vikram Batra as a colleague. So there are different versions, and even the juniors who actually, the way they looked at him and how he used to, he was like he said, Jani to everybody, but he never saw any discrimination. No, that was very unique in everybody's perception actually. Everybody's
very
perception.
warm, good-hearted.
He would just, it's like you just sit and talk to somebody, you'll feel very nice, you'll start loving the person no matter what. This is one of the officers in Delhi told me who has not served with him but who met him only twice. And he couldn't take it actually. Just twice he met him and he couldn't take Captain Vikram Batra's passing away. It was very, very, so everybody had a different person. Now to put everything together was a very, very difficult thing to, so that's where actually the subtext actually falls in, where you see the officers, where you see someone, how they actually looked at him, how they actually took him as a person.
Definitely, all right. Yeah. So I think there's a lot more that we can talk, but there are a lot many more interviews happening after this. So thank you very much. Congratulations for a fantastic promo. Looking forward to the film and hopefully the unedited version, hopefully as well, maybe at some stage.
You never know.
And so thank you very much and happy birthday to you in advance,
Thank
Kiara.
you.
And congratulations,
Thank you so
Sidharth.
Thank
and nice meeting you, Vishnu.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.